Roll call, members, please.
Ms. Stryker?
Here.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Albert?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine? Mr. Rush?
Yes. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, item 3, approval and or correction of the minutes of the regular meeting held September 17th, 2018. Do I have a motion?
Stryker.
Second.
Albert.
Any discussion? And vote.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Albert?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Okay, item 4, Leadership Club, KCS Advisory Students. Angie?
Hello, my name is Avery Miller, and I am a 6th grade leader at KES. I am going to talk to you about the 4 disciplines of execution. So basically, the 4 disciplines of execution are the steps you can take to reach your goal. Discipline 1 is to focus on the wildly important. Discipline 2 is to act on your lead measures, and Discipline 3 is to keep a compelling scoreboard. And the last discipline is to create a cadence of accountability. Dr. Stephen R. Covey says, most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important.
Hello, my name is Kelton Spearman. I'm a 6th grade leader at KES, and I'm going to talk to you about Discipline 1, focus on the wildly important. The first thing we do is we ask ourselves, what do we value? And then we ask, what's the most important? We rank potential goals in order of importance when it comes to the class mission statement. Secondly, we ask, what's at risk of possible goals? Prioritize the one that will close the biggest gaps. An example of this would be I struggle with spelling, so I could make a goal on my next spelling test to get a B+ or better. The third thing we do is write the WIG from X to Y by when format to create a single measure of success. Think, where are we now, where do we need to be, and when will we get there?
So our second discipline is acting on your lead measures. You can brainstorm strategies that are predictive. Predictive strategies are strategies that you know will help you to reach your goal. Next, sort possible strategies into 2 categories, influenceable and not influenceable. Choose strategies that are both predictive and influenceable.
I am Landon Plogger, and I'm in 5th grade. I am a KES leader. I'm going to talk to you about Discipline 3. The first step is to choose a theme for the scoreboard. Make it big and colorful. The next step is to choose a spot to put the scoreboard where everyone can see. Like in my classroom, we have a big bulletin board where our goals are, so we can see, and whoever gets the most pictures at the end of the 9 weeks, we get an award. The next step is to include a calendar or a tally chart for tracking those measures. Because if you have a calendar, you can see when your due date and when your starting date is. The next step is to add a graph for tracking those measures because you can see the growth, like in the first 9 weeks through the second. The last step is to step back and take a look. Can you tell if whether or not you're winning in 5 seconds?
Hi, my name is Jude Spring. I am a 4th grade leader at KES. I'm going to teach you about Discipline 4, create a cadence of accountability. I will check my goal each week, update my scoreboard, make a new goal, and celebrate. I celebrate my goals by getting rewards because I work at them. My reading goal started at 20 reading points. I wanted to earn 5 more points to get a mechanical pencil. I reached that goal. I now have 36 reading points. I read every night Reading every night helped me reach my goal.
Hi, my name is Gus Wingfield, and I'm a fourth grade leader at KES. At KES, each student creates a leadership notebook with 5 tabs: myself, my wigs, my learning, my leadership, and my celebration. My math goal is 57%. I started at 24%. Right now, I am at 43%. I have to get to 57% in the first 9 weeks.
Hi, my name is Olivia Blue, and I'm a kindergarten leader at KES. And this is my first day of kindergarten, and this is a picture of my family, and I can roller skate. That's one of my favorite things to do. My name is Lily Pearson, and I'm a kindergarten leader. This is my first day of kindergarten. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. This is my classroom mission statement.
We will be proactive. We will be good listeners. We will be kind. We will shine as leaders.
My name is Kaylee Barlow. I'm a third grade leader at KES. My personal goal is to remember to clean out my folder. I do this by getting my folder out every evening. This is my leadership goal. I will have 130 points by the end of the by October 19th, 2018. I will do my math every night and encourage people to come to school for perfect attendance. It is important because it shows me I'm doing good at school. Hi, my name is Reese Miller, and I'm a third grade leader at KES. My academic wildly important goal is to get from 68% of multiplication to 100% of multiplication. That is my academic goal. I try to get to my goal by practicing at home, completing every session, and trying my best all the time. And I complete these goals by being on Moby Max, which is a math game, to help me with my math. And my teacher helps me with math a lot.
Next, we'll be sharing with you the My Learning tab. This tab in our binder gives us the place to keep important information such as projects, assignments, and other artifacts that show our progress towards meeting our wildly important goals. Some things that we can put in this area are a chart tracking spelling scores, a checklist showing progress on a science project, a fun chart showing math facts learned, progress indicators for special classes, such as music, art, technology, and PE. Any item suggested for the WIGS tab that is not considered by the teacher or student to be a WIG. This is an example of, in 6th grade, instead of having actual binders, we're creating online binders on Google Sites, which is an online Google app which lets the owner create their own personal Google site. So this is an example of mine. To the left is my math academic wig, which is on Fact Fluency, which is also on Moby Max. And my goal was to get from 66 on 13 subtractions to 100% on my 13 subtraction. I have mastered that goal, and I'm now on 85 on multiplication for my 13s. To the right is what we're doing is a presentation I'm doing on math, which is on the mean, median, mode, and range on data. And as you can see, that's another Google app that we use at school. Also in science, we're doing online guided notes. This is an example of sedimentary rocks. We're learning about the 3 types of rocks, which are igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary.
So this is my Leader in Me binder. I also have a Google Docs telling about my fact fluency. So my goal was also to get to 100% on my 13s. I'm not sure what I started on, but I have since then reached that goal. And I'm at 91% on multiplication. So I have a Google Drive slideshow about my wigs because we also made a slideshow, and this is about my personal goal. So my personal goal was to get better at soccer, and my lead measures were to practice for 20 minutes every day and to go on a run 3 times every week to build up my endurance. And I wanted to achieve my personal wig by October 19th, so the end of the 9 weeks. I have achieved my goal because I made a goal at my last soccer game, so that showed me I have improved at soccer.
Hi, my name is Lika Wingfield, and I am a 2nd grade leader at KS. My leadership tab shows the leadership jobs I've had. This year, I have been line leader, bathroom monitor, desk organizer, and caboose. My name is Avery Blue, and I am a 2nd grade leader at KES. Some leadership jobs at KES are pencil sharpener, cleanup crew, and morning announcers. We keep track of our leadership jobs in our leadership notebooks. My name is Presley Purcell.
And my name is Hudson Davis. We are 1st grade leaders at KES.
We are going to tell you about our celebrations tab.
We get certificates to put in our celebrations tab. I get Sunny Squad every day. This is a picture of our field trip and our town hall.
We are doing great. We are doing great in school and working on our celebrations tab.
Hi, my name is Emil Huff. I am a 4th grade leader at KES. We take ownership of our learning by creating wildly important goals and tracking our progress.
Hi, my name is Maddox McFarland. I am a 3rd grade leader at KES. We share our leadership binders with our parents at student-led conferences on October 31st or November 1st. Do you have any questions?
Well, I'd just like to say you guys did a tremendous job in your presentation. Good job. You're very proud. I've got a question. Since all the parents are here tonight, what do you guys think of this program? I think it's just tremendous what they're doing and the way these kids come up here and share this stuff with us and the things we've seen in the school. But we're not involved like you guys are. What do you think of it?
I think it's a great program. I like to use it at home when it comes time for doing chores.
Yeah.
Putting the first things first, and it's easy for them to relate to that and understand what we're trying to get across, and that this, and this, and then you can do that.
Yeah, no, that's good. Anybody else that? Kira, what do you think? I thought it'd be my job to put you on the spot.
We like it.
Yeah.
Of course, we use it with all the kids, really.
Yeah.
The favorite one for Olivia is responsible and respectful.
Yeah.
We use that a lot. So we look, yay. So it's nice. It's nice that they can have it at school and at home, and it can be good in both places.
Great. seems to be a very positive part of their experience at school, I think. So, good job to the teachers as well and administrators.
Good job.
Everybody doing it. Yep.
I also think it's really great to have the kids presenting like this to you guys and authority figures. I think that's a really a good thing for
good experience
kids to experience and for them to get positive feedback from you. I don't think they get that enough, really.
Yeah.
So I think people in authority giving them positive feedback is a really beneficial part of this as well.
Well, we really appreciate them coming up to our meetings because our meetings are kind of dry without kids. And you all can stay and find that out if you want, but
you don't have to.
But you don't have to, yeah.
All right. So thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. I've been to the school and seen some presentations in the past, and the kids just do a great job. I'm really impressed, and we're moving on to the middle school with some of this program, so really appreciate all the hard work from the staff and the kids and you parents supporting it. Thank you.
We have left everybody a gift on their table, and we've also left a paper so you guys can make your own personal wigs.
Nice. Nice.
You went from here.
You can dismiss them if you want.
Yeah, if you guys would like to go home, maybe you would. That's fine. We won't be offended. It is kind of dry and boring, so you're welcome to leave. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. I just love when those kids present. I'm just amazed. He never did anything like that. I love him. Chicken. Yeah, I do too.
The good news is that Finley's getting a Panda Express, right? And they give grants for this if you're in so many miles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they help us with the high school. Getting some of those. So that's exciting.
You're welcome, you too. Thank you.
Hi, Annabelle. How are you? Good.
I'll do a great job.
Okay, we'll move on to item 6, reports of the treasurer. Approve the following September 30th, 2018 reports: cash position, check register, receipt ledger, investment report, journal entries, and budget versus actual. Do I have a motion?
Albert.
Second?
Watkins.
Any discussion? And vote.
Mr. Albert?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
All right, item 7, superintendent reports.
The only thing that I'll report out that won't be in a committee report is that we collected the request for qualifications from architects, and that would be to do work that would exceed $50,000. So over the course of the next month, the board will review those requests for qualifications that were submitted, and then our goal, if we can get there, would be in November to approve an architect to oversee any projects. So that would be, I think, the only thing outside of committee.
Okay, great. Thank you. On to board committee reports, finance.
Yes, we met Friday, had a discussion about various things. First off, a few different contracts that are coming up that we need to approve. Are these in here in the agenda tonight? No. Not yet. Okay. So we had, it's like $2,500 a year for an audit firm that examines our Medicaid reimbursement to certain things we provide to certain students that Medicaid actually reimburses, and we have to have this audit on a regular basis. Another one was to Johnson Controls, that's 3538. It's for alarm maintenance for the systems at all our facilities except for the elementary, which is on a kind of a separate contract, a little bit different timing. And then there's also a contract for $12,829 for the elementary HVAC maintenance contract that's coming due here pretty soon too. And And it's one of those, I don't know that we have a lot of choice in it. That's a complicated system out there, and we've had some issues with it. They've mostly been covered under warranty, but that maintenance contract is kind of part of the territory when we're working with a system that is as integrated as that one is. We also, we have our 5-year forecast and some other financial things looking forward we talked about. But, I guess that was the main part I had written down in my notes. So.
All right.
If you have anything to add, please feel free.
No, that pretty much hits it.
Okay.
Facilities?
I assume that's to me too. So.
Yeah, Doug's out.
Which.
The bottom line with facilities was I had done a complete district walkthrough with the security, with our resource officer. And we identified everything throughout the district that needed to be addressed, or at least needed to be looked into to see if we could come up with a solution. So this committee meeting was a little unique in the sense that we really went through his report with him, and then we identified those things that could be immediately fixed. We identified those things that might have money attached that we had to maybe see or get a quote on or work through, and then those problems that we just haven't solved that we still need to talk and work through. So that was really the purpose of that meeting.
Yeah, for example, so we talked about things like a few doors that maybe don't latch automatically the way they should. With the closers, you got to pull them. To putting small numbers on the outside of the door or outside of the rooms, so if there's some incident and they need to know where it is, they can identify the room from the outside. To different procedures, there was just a lot of there was a lot of things. It was pretty detailed, but it was good. And like Jennifer said, just things you need to continually be working on. So, and I know we talked about drainage at the soccer field. I guess that's a bit of an issue, and it's been an issue up there. Typically in the fall season, it's not so wet, but this year we've had a lot of rain, and so that's something we need to address perhaps. And that was they finished up a little bit of work up at the bus garage, put in some new heat tubes. Doug did that with his own staff, so kept the cost down. The old heating equipment up there was not quite what we needed for what we're using it for. So that should work pretty well, and the cost was pretty reasonable the way they did it.
Good.
One other thing on facilities, Jennifer, I keep forgetting to ask. I see that there's lights at the middle school, flashing lights for when the restricted hours. And there always was at Hardin Central, which, that should have been there, I guess. There was never a student walk to Hardin Central, I don't think, ever. But the middle school is probably the most students that actually cross the highway to get to it. And I always thought it ought to have the flashlight. I don't know if we had anything to do with that, or the state did that on their own, or how that worked. But I was glad to see that. I don't know if they're functioning yet or not.
That was in our Safe Routes to School grant.
Was it?
It was
Okay.
like the 3-year implementation plan.
All
so
right.
Those were all upgrades that we were worked with the city on to get. It was over, and there were some other things you'll notice out by the elementary school that they've improved, and even the painting of the lines, that simple, was all part of that Safe Routes to School program.
Well, I was glad to see those lights. I think that's one where it's a little harder to remember that it's a school zone, and it's good to have them there. And there's a lot of students that walk to the middle school, and so real pleased to see that.
Okay, good. Okay, extracurricular committee.
We met on October 11th, and I'll just run through a couple things with that meeting. The athletic building, they're preparing to get the turf installed. That will be in the next couple weeks. They're also working on just getting some last-minute details, for example, on the flooring in the offices, and getting some quotes for some different equipment and things that still have to be installed. We're looking at hopefully having an open house for the community and a ribbon cutting sometime end of November or early December, if everything stays on the timeline that we're on now. We talked about athletics team updates. So we're in the postseason. The golf team, senior Rocco Long Break, advanced to the district tournament, so we were proud. Girls soccer is actually playing tonight, so we wish them the best of luck. Our boys soccer team won the WBL, and it looks like they are playing on Wednesday. And I don't know who won the Upper Sandusky Bath game.
I think it's tonight.
Is that tonight? That game's tonight. So we'll find out who that is, and that's who they'll play. And also just wanted to let you know that Custom Torso is placing orders for the WBL t-shirts because that was school history. That's the first time for the soccer team, so that's a really big deal. And those will be $10 if you're interested. Football, I think, has 2 more season games to go, and that was pretty much our...
Yeah, congratulations to the soccer team. It's a real honor to win the WBL, tough league that we play in all the sports, and Jamie and his staff have done a great job, and the kids have done a great job, so very, very proud of the boys soccer team. Career Center.
Okay, so the Career Center this year, they're offering 2 new courses, basic personal finance and then basic current world issues. And then next week, the Kenton FFA will be heading to Indianapolis for the National FFA Convention. So they have 25 students attending next week.
Okay, good. And policy.
So it's a big one, but it's the Neola one. It's everything that we have no say in because we have to update and be current. So you'll see all of those policies falling in the agenda, and the committee reviewed those on October 12th. The other thing that you'll see is that we have talked about becoming a tobacco smoke-free campus. As far as we have designated smoking areas right now for games and things like that. So we created a really brief survey. It was kind of like the same process we used with student drug testing, how we wanted to approach that. So that will be coming out on the website, just basically asking a couple quick questions about how you feel about us losing our designated areas, and if we would go smoke-free, tobacco-free, what that would look like for the district. And then once we get that baseline data, then we can go through with some community input and some focus groups, and then deciding how that policy would be altered.
Good. All right. Okay, I don't think there's any old business. So on to new business, executive session. Approve a motion to go into executive session pursuant to section 121.22G5 of the Ohio Revised Code to consider matters required to be kept confidential by federal law or regulations or state statutes. Do I have a motion?
Stryker.
Second?
Albert.
Discussion? And a vote.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Albert?
Yes.
All right, 729, 728 went.
decide to let you know. Swear to God, you're beautiful. Yeah.
We're at that half-hour mark here on WKTN, and you know what that means. Right now, we're going to be off to Dennis Beverly with a quick check of your calendar update and a check of your weather.
Time now for a regional calendar update brought to you by Pfeiffer Station General Store, 19950 County Road 144, east of Kenton. A Dine to Donate event will be held at Viva Maria's Restaurant in Ada, October 16th from 5 to 9 p.m. 10% of all meals will be donated to Safe Haven of Hardin County Domestic Violence Center. Again, that event at Viva Maria's in Ada, October 16th from 5 to 9 p.m. That is your regional calendar update on WKTN.
The Mouse House Meat and Cheese Deli, where you'll find over 15 fresh quality meats and over 40 sliced and cubed cheese and cheese spreads. Quality, selection, and great prices await you at the Mouse House Meat and Cheese Deli, now accepting credit cards and EBT cards. And don't forget to ask about their Friday specials. The Mouse House Meat and Cheese Deli. Call 419-673-1263 to order or stop by 341 West Columbus Street in Kenton.
This check of the weather is being brought to you by High Point Home Health. For health care you can trust, call 866-575-2477. The skies are clearing this evening, and temperatures for the evening hours in the low to mid-40s. Clear overnight to low right around the freezing mark. We do have a freeze warning in effect for the overnight period. Widespread frost to start your Tuesday. Sunshine, low 50s your high. Turning partly